What is going on? Welcome. What's going on, ASD? We are just waiting on SoloYaker to jump up into this stream, and once SoloYaker jumps in, we're gonna talk about everything we're gonna talk about today. Now that I see you're up in here, ASD, I've actually been trying to contact you, man. I don't know if you've been getting my messages or not, but yeah, I was trying to contact you on that question you asked me. What's going on, Gary? Christ, what's up? What's up? You got the dude. Your name looks crazy in the comments. How did you do that? Bless you. Solo slacking up in here. You should be here by 11. I'm gonna shoot him a text. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, the people are waiting for you." I just got a text message from you not too long ago. Okay, perfect. So you are receiving my messages. But yeah, ESD. Whenever you wanna I don't know if you wanted to do a stream or if you wanted to make like a video and stuff like that. What's going on, Dennis? Definitely down. Just, you got my number, shoot me a text and we'll talk about it. Bet. So what's going on, guys? I guess until Solo gets here, maybe we could do some Q&A, man. How's everyone doing? Anyone got any questions or anything? Huh? 1 second, guys. Me? What's up, fearless guy? James, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I wouldn't say that I'm fearless, but I am willing to take the risks that I take for what I believe in. Now, quick question, everyone. How's the mic coming through right now? Because I got like this little vent thing here to my side. I want to make sure it's not coming through the microphone. Let me know if the sound is good. Let me get some thumbs up. My man.
Yeah, buddy.
Welcome.
What up?
Chilling, bro.
Yeah, man. Chilling too, man. Friggin', let's see. What's up, Gary? What's up, Laura? Hey, Laura. Just want to say hi to Laura. That's Gary's girl. So, yeah, man.
Hello.
What up, everybody? We'll get into it, man.
All right, man. So, if you guys don't know, I am gonna be doing a giveaway on my channel, and it's a way to give back to the viewers for all the support you guys have given, and I have a TAC vest I'm gonna be doing on this giveaway, which was actually donated to me from our viewer here. He actually just commented in our section, Dennis Eggleston. He just wrote, "Hi, Solo." So everyone, say thank you to Dennis. I appreciate him. He's the reason why that last video over there at Shooter's World even happened. He helped out a lot, and I'm eternally grateful for that. So this here is going to be the TAC vest that I'm going to be giving away. So you said what?
What size?
It's adjustable.
All right.
I adjusted it to fit me. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but this is how much room is left to make it bigger if you wanted to. So let's talk about this vest a little bit, show you guys what it has to offer. So you have a pouch here, carry some spare rounds. I would put spare rounds in there. I guess a pen if you really wanted to. Pouch here, wallet, note card, you know, any identification or whatever you want to keep, I recommend keeping in this pouch. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 pouches for AR mags. And each of these pouches here, I actually put my AR mags into it. It actually fits 2 AR mags in each pouch. So you can have a lot of AR mags on you. It's good for when going to the range, have your mags preloaded, thrown up in your vest. Over here, 1, 2, 3, and then a single pistol mag pouch right here. But each one of these pistol pouches that are here is going to be for 2 mags. I put my 1911 mags into it. 2 of them fit perfectly fine. And then you have a nice little holster here with a strap. The strap is adjustable, so if you got a full size or a compact size, it'll hold either one. Nice little clip too to hold it in place. Now the vest is mesh, so it's breathable. You don't got to worry about, well, if you're out here in Florida, you don't got to worry about that Florida sun, because if any of you seen the vest I be wearing, it gets hot, and sometimes you don't want all that heat, especially if you're just going out for a fun day of shooting at the range or something like that. Yeah. And I actually realized this not too long ago. It actually has some internal pockets. They're pretty big. Like I can literally just like stuff my whole hand in there. Yeah. So I don't know what you would keep in there, but you can keep stuff in there. And it's on both sides of the vest. Now you got your little handle here in case you need to be dragged out of bed or something like that, in case you don't want to get up. But other than that, you know, the vest is really nice. It comes with a duty belt in case you need that. And we're looking for a goal of what? 8K?
Yeah,
8K.
Sounds good, man.
8K in the vest is going to a lucky guest. We're gonna be making a new email, and I'm gonna be having that created by the end of this video. And I'll post it on my next video, which actually shows the vest fully loaded with everything, so you can see how much you could fit on it. And what we're looking for is 8,000 subscribers, and we'll send that vest out. It'll be completely random picked, basically kind of the same way Solo does his giveaways with the generator.
I just want a quick little shout out here. We had Regina Madison. Are they really firing that cop? Yes, he is on administrative leave. He's on administrative leave pending termination. I called Seattle, Washington today, the police department. I left them at least 3 messages, and not one of them was returned. So, and then what's up, Zombie Enforcement Bureau? He said, "Hey, Solo," so I'm gonna say what's up to Zombie. But yeah, that vest is looking pretty sweet, man. Like even for me, like the only thing I would say is if it had plates in it, it'd be a little. But the fact that you in the summer, the fact that you could still carry all that gear and it's breathable, it looks pretty sweet. And you know that's half of it. You know, and I'm glad to see Orlando here. He's already starting to give back to his subscribers. I know a subscriber gave him to give back, but that's what I think both of our channels, we want to give back to our subscribers at the end of the day. Because
exactly, we appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah, without you watching what we do or our activism, things like that, our channel wouldn't be where it is today without you. So I always say thank you, and I can't say thank you enough. And speaking about giveaways, I did post that update video on my channel, and I somehow, some way, I picked up 2,000 subscribers in a day because of this video. So I will be going live tomorrow. I wasn't planning on going live until like towards the end of the week, but I will be going live tomorrow to give away.
Yes, the lights.
This is being given away. I still probably have about 100 email addresses to add into the randomizer. So tomorrow I'm going to be busy just copying and pasting emails into it, and we'll be giving this away tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to say it's probably about 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow. I will put a post in my, like, you know, the little post, not a video, but like a post saying what time. So just stay tuned to the channel and you'll see that post
Hey,
about.
hey, Solo. I think Chicado's trying to talk about your giveaway. He wants to know how he can get into your giveaway.
All right. If you want to go, I would say go back into the last, I'd say at least 10 videos. The last 10 videos I've put out, there are secret words inside the videos. It's going to say, hey, the secret word is SoloYaker. This is not a secret word, everybody, but the secret word could be like SoloYaker. Send it to this. You're going to send it to this email, and you're going to put that word and the email, and you're going to send it to me, and that's going to get you. There's a lot of, I think I want to say there's at least 10 to 12 videos that have secret words in them. So that gives you 12 entries into this flashlight. All you got to do is watch my videos from now until tomorrow. You got 24 hours to get all this stuff sent in to me.
Yep.
And then it's
You got a couple videos to watch, bud.
Oh, yeah. You got some, and you know, there's some videos and there's some really good ones, you know. So definitely just check out all the videos that I've got linked or in there, and you'll find all the secret words.
Hey, Eddie Elf says that I need to go up there to Haines City, St. Cloud, up in Kissimmee. Maybe that can be a new spot.
Yeah, I like Kissimmee. Kissimmee's got a really nice like downtown area. They got like, you know, Ferris wheels. I've been to Kissimmee. Kissimmee's really sweet. I used to play. I was in All Stars when I was young, playing baseball, and we went to Kissimmee, and I fell in love with the place. And then every so often I end up in Kissimmee, so it's awesome.
Word, I didn't know you played baseball.
Oh yeah, I was a baseball nut until I was 16, 17.
I used to play until I got hit in the knee with a baseball. Then I was like, "Yep, I'm done."
That's all it took.
Dude, that thing was holy heck. It was bad.
I'll tell you about one time I got hit in the head. I was, you know, we were all-star game and we're playing the best teams around the state of Florida, and they had a pitcher, and he was pitching in the upper 70s, like 70 miles an hour for a 13, 14-year-old kid. It's pretty fast, and I got beamed in the head, and I saw lights. My ears were ringing, and I'm trying to walk down to first base to take my base, and everybody's like, "Are you okay? Are you sure? Are you sure?" I'm like, I think so.
You didn't even know where you was.
I had no clue. No clue.
I've had moments like that while doing like MMA. I've had hits that it's crazy. You see all types of colors, and
Yeah.
it feels like if you get hit by a flashbang, you just can't see nothing, and your ears are ringing, and you're disorientated. It's pretty serious.
Yes. If Zombie Enforcement Bureau, I need you to put in a comment if Seattle or Washington State is an open carry state. Because if it's an open carry state, I want to go. I do want to go to Washington. I mean, I'll work my ass off to get. I'll fly there, long as it's an open carry state and I can bring my guns in. I'll fly with my guns there just to go shake that man's hand. Greg Anderson, he's the guy from Seattle that just got recently fired from their department or is about to. I would love to shake that man's hand because, like, we need more officers like that.
Oh yeah, that one cop who made that video, man. I can't believe he's going through what he's going through right now. That's crazy,
dude. And like he put himself out there, and he's like, hey, you know, it's not about the money. He said, he made it very clear it wasn't about the money. It was about the job and how they're supposed to enforce the law. And he was that guy was a constitutionalist, 100%. And unfortunately, his department doesn't see it that way.
you know, and to think that police departments are supposed to be transparent with the public, correct? He goes and expresses himself and gets penalized for it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's insane. Like if I was over there, I would definitely be trying to go straight up to that department and speak to them firsthand.
Oh yeah. They if there are any First Amendment auditors in the Seattle area, please go to that department and audit those people and hold them accountable.
And let them know how much you guys appreciate that one officer.
Yeah, let them know. I mean, what they did was absolutely just despicable. I couldn't believe they, like everybody. I have some friends of mine that are in law enforcement or they work in hand with law enforcement, and those guys are pretty good too. I mean, I won't bash anybody until I see that they're tyrannical. When they show their true side, I'll bash them. But a lot of my other cop buddies that I do know, and you, Orlando, you know one of them, and I've got a couple other ones that are in a Second Amendment. They were 100% behind it, but they were like, this guy's gonna either get fired or he's gonna get put on administrative leave or something, and that's exactly what happened. So
yeah, did you happen to take a look at that video that I sent you, Solo? The one of the other cop. You're gonna be putting that up, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that up later on today. I've got my auditing that I did today about the unconstitutional shit they did today, and I'm gonna talk to if you see CB in the comments or anything, let me know. But yeah, friggin',
You said CB?
Yeah, just C as in cat and B as in boy. His name's CB. He's got his real name's Andre, I believe it's Andre, but he goes by CB on YouTube. He's probably not here yet. He might.
Yeah, no, I didn't see him.
But
go ahead.
I was seeing this comment about Lakeland. I have not been to Lakeland yet. I've been to outskirts around Lakeland, but not directly in Lakeland.
Yeah, I'm down to go. I've been to Lakeland before, just to like sightsee. It's a nice area, but I haven't done no audits over there. I mainly stuck to like Orlando area and stuff like that, because I've seen the amount of corruption with the OCSO, and as you saw, my recent experience that was kind of on edge with Orlando PD, but then kind of got a little bit better. I don't know how I feel about that interaction still yet, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be branching out pretty soon once I get out there, because I'm still learning a lot of this stuff, and you know I do this not only as I learn it to educate people, but also to make sure that cops are treating people right. You know, I'm tired of people getting beat up, tased, potentially shot, hurt for stupid things that really aren't that big of a deal.
Yeah. Until something's wrong, man, there's no crime.
Correct. It's 100% correct.
Yeah. No victim, no crime, man. I mean, like for those, like even for the people that want to smoke meth or do whatever, they can do whatever they want, long as they're not stealing from people and robbing people and hurting people. If they want to hurt themselves, that is the thing about being an American, is you can do what you want. But unfortunately, they have laws that will put you in jail for shit like that. So,
Hey, Eddie, I will be getting to Kissimmee. All right. Let me rephrase what I said. I've been staying to East Side Orlando. Kissimmee is what? Like, is it West Side?
Yeah, it's on the other side of Disney, on the other side of Disney and shit.
What's this say? If you're ever doing any audits, like out here in Orlando, like I'm up by Universal. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, definitely. Well, Christopher, if you are subscribed to my channel, which I imagine you are since you've seen this live stream, my email is in these comments and also in my other videos. Just shoot me an email with a way to contact you, and when I'm out in that area, I'll definitely contact you.
Yeah. Gary Pixley, I saw a comment from Gary. He wants to he wants to give you something to donate, I think.
Yeah, I put an email there for Gary, but I didn't see a response after I put the email.
That's all right. I'll let him know. I was actually talking to him before I got on here. That's what took me a couple extra minutes.
Oh yeah, Gary told me they're like, oh, Solo's on his way. Solo's on his way. I looked at the time. I was like, okay, it's 11 o'clock. I'm live. Solo's late again, but it's okay because I was late. I was late last time, so
yeah, that's all right.
We call it even.
Yeah. So right now, just so everybody knows, Orlando Voice Transparency is giving away a. It's not a ballistics vest, but it is a. What kind of vest is it?
It's a TAC vest.
TAC vest.
Hey, it's definitely good for those fishing trips if you don't want to be melting in heat.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing looks pretty sweet, man.
Yeah, but I love that duty belt that's on it, man. That thing is, it's like, I don't know if you could tell on camera, but like, hold up, there we go. I'm squeezing this as hard as I can, and it's barely even budging. Like, this is strong stuff.
Thank you, Dennis. Dennis Eggleston, thank you for giving that to Orlando and letting him run with that. And let's get everybody. If you know a friend of a friend of a friend, tell them all to get on his channel, get on my channel, and we're trying to we're basically trying to educate not only the public but law enforcement about our God-given rights. And
yeah, and like if you guys don't know, we've been trying to raise some money to get out there to PA, and for those people who love what we do but can't go out there and do it, Solo and I, we're willing to go out wherever it is that we need to go out. It's just, we obviously can't just up and not pay bills and disappear to another state. But we're
for a few days too.
Yeah,
it's not like we're just going there and back. It's
we're going for what, 5 days, and
I think we were talking 3 days because 5 days is hard for me to get away from my baby and my wife for 5 days.
Well, it takes about a day to get there, and then a day to come back. So if we're there 3 days,
we'll make it maybe 3.5.
But yeah, we're trying to get out there, and we'll go anywhere that you guys feel that police need to be audited, or that the public needs to be educated, because everyone should be able to feel that they can express their rights openly without worrying about, oh man, this person just seen me, or oh god, a cop just came across the street. Am I gonna get put down at gunpoint? Am I going to jail today? Like that's how it shouldn't be like that. It's just wrong.
No. And we have to definitely keep them. It's not that keeping them in order, but it's just to say, hey, look, there are people that do this, and you have to respect their rights. Like the Daytona. If you haven't seen the Daytona body cam footage, for the most part, I thought it went with the first cops. It went pretty well, but after the fact, it was just like, they were sitting there talking like, and they're like, oh, I didn't ID them because they got GoPros. I'm like, just because I had a gun, you didn't even have to come to me in the first place. You already knew the law. You should have just drove up. Oh, they're fishing, and drove by. You didn't have to get out of the car. You didn't have to stop all the traffic on the bridge. You didn't have to come in 4D.
Yeah, they did. That was a little excessive. My opinion on that is I don't mind that he came and made contact. That's okay.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he said, "Oh, I didn't ID them because they had GoPros." What that's basically saying is, if we didn't have a way to hold them accountable for what they are going to do, then they would have violated our rights. That's what I'm not okay with. It's like, hey, you want to come and make contact. You have people calling, people are concerned, or maybe you're just curious yourself. Hey, come and make contact, but just know that what I'm doing is lawful, and since you know it's lawful, it's a consensual conversation. At any point that I don't want to conversate with you, that's where it ends. Don't push it.
Yeah, and that's what happened with the second guys that came around, because they were really trying to push the issue, and they're like, they threatened us. They were like, hey, I ain't promising. He's like, I'm guaranteeing you. If
No, he goes, I ain't threatening. I'm promising.
I'm promising you, I'm coming back and I'm gonna arrest you. You guys are going to jail. And
yeah,
notice how we're still free.
I hope that cop saw our video, one of our videos at least, the one who threatened us. I hope he saw it. I hope his family saw it so they can see the type of person he really is. Because a lot of I'm not saying all cops are bad, but a lot of these cops, they'll go and they'll do what they do, potentially ruin someone's life, and then they go home, sleep soundly, tell their family, oh, I'm protecting the community, I'm doing this. No, that's not what you're doing.
No. Yeah, keep on talking.
Make sure you grab one for me too, as long as it's not a bush.
Yep, sorry about that.
Yeah, he had a bush. MD. Do we drive through MD? I know.
Maryland.
I went through South Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia. I think I crossed one more state. I don't remember though.
Tennessee. Tennessee is going to be a good one. I got a friend in Tennessee that.
Do we cross through Tennessee going over there?
If you're going straight up from Georgia, it's like it goes Georgia, Carolina.
That's the other one that I went. It was Georgia, South Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia, and then I hit Pennsylvania.
Yeah, stay away. It's I don't know if it's North Carolina or South Carolina. I always forget. It's one of the Carolinas. One's a no-go with firearms, and the other one's a go with firearms. So,
yeah, it was South Carolina that we went through, and I looked up their laws. Basically, before I went over there, I looked at every single state that I was going to cross through, and looked at all their laws and how it goes with transporting firearms or having a firearm on your person, whether they do open carry, concealed carry, and if they accept the Florida concealed carry license, and all of them were good.
Yeah, most Florida's concealed weapons license is almost good in most states, but there's quite a few that you do have to. For the most part, our trip up, we're not going to have to do a bunch of zigzagging around stuff. You can just kind of go up and just go through. But there are some states. I'll definitely say Tennessee's one that I'd love to go to. I've got a good friend there. In Georgia, I want to go to Atlanta, and I want to walk. If I'm allowed to open carry just a pistol, a handgun, I will walk through downtown Atlanta all day, because I would love to go to Atlanta and show that that's a huge metropolitan city, and I don't think they've ever been exposed to that ever
until Solo and OVT get there.
Yeah, they're gonna love us. They love us. Oh, all right.
Thank you so much, Zombie. Hold on, let's see what he wrote right quick. Oh, that's right there for you, Solo. Check that out.
What's that?
Okay, Do you see it on the screen?
Yeah, Miami Beach. Yeah. If they haven't changed in 2 years, Zombie or no, was that who's Zombie said that about was that Zombie that said it about Miami? Yeah,
Um,
Miami Beach. Zombie and Miami Beach audits. Listen to this. It's usually on June 24th, 2018 was the day that we all got guns pointed at us on Miami Beach Pier at the South Point Pier. It is going to be the weekend around the 24th of this year, long as they've figured out the whole COVID thing. Because Miami Beach, like, there's places you can't go down there.
hey, Cat Ritz, I'm sorry. Solo, look at this.
Hold on, I'm gonna guess it's gonna June 27th is gonna be the day that we go back to Miami Beach.
You see that, Solo? You got to speak up, and I need to be more quiet.
All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, everybody? Hit 1 if you can hear me good.
Yeah, I don't see no ones. They don't hear you.
Whatever.
Nah. Your mic is coming up pretty good. Gary likes your flags, by the way.
Yeah. Gary Pixley, you see this flag? Hold on.
Is that words on the flag?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn this around. Put the whole screen on me real quick.
Put the full screen on you, you said?
Yeah. All right.
All right, you gotta bear with me so I can figure this out. I don't know how. Oh wait, I'll just remove myself from the stream. I got you, and it'll go full screen.
There you go. All right. This flag you see right here, it has the Second Amendment on it. It's the Betty Ross flag with the 13 stars. You know, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That flag, and then this one right over here, you can see that, the Come and Take It with the M4 or I think that's the M16, not the M4. Either way, I've got one of those flags and one of those flags that I will be giving away after tomorrow. So Gary Pixley also gave me 4 flags. He gave me 2 of the Come and Take It and 2 of the Second Amendment flags, and I will be giving those away directly after I give away the flashlight. So I thank Gary Pixley for that, because like I've met so many amazing people within the Second Amendment community, and whether it be from my channel or not, I just love the fact that there are so many people that love what we do, that are willing. They gave you got a vest from Dennis Eggleston. Like, that is the thing about our community. You know,
Rambo Rob gave me that picture too. That don't tread on me picture.
Yeah, there's things that I can't say thank you enough to everybody, because anybody that freaking, whether it's you put $5, $2, $20, $50, $100 into a PayPal or whatever, you don't know how much that means to me, and I'm sure the same way Orlando feels about it. Like, I would never expect that from anybody, and people just do it so randomly, and it's just the most amazing thing. So it's amazing, everybody. I love every one of you for doing what you do and allowing us to do what we do. You know, I'm going to do it regardless, but the fact that you come along with the ride with us is amazing. I never in a million years would have ever thought this would ever happen for my channel, or I'm sure you feel the same way.
Correct. My channel grew so fast.
Yeah.
My channel grew so fast, and the donations help so that I can provide better content. You know, as you've seen, you donated that camera to me. Now I'm able to record without having to hold the phone up, or you know, I can easily just click a button and that's it. Everything I see is being seen. You know, Bob, who donated the laptop that I'm actually using right now, which I do my video edits so I can continue to give you guys content. Dennis with the vest that I'm giving away, he specifically gave it to me. He's like, hey, this is for the fans, you know, make sure you get it out there for them. Ramble Rob with the picture he gave me, don't tread on me. I love that. I got it hung up in my room right now, but like, it all means a lot to us. And most of the stuff that we get, we use it to either better the channel or to make what we do easier. So when we get out there, we do it more effectively.
Yeah. I see Keith. I'm gonna Keith Kimbrell. I'm guessing. If I pronounced it wrong, I'm sorry. But I was running for state representative, but a few, like 2-3 months ago, I was in the process of moving, and then so since I was planning on moving, I kind of dropped out of the race. And I hate to say I dropped out, because now that I'm going to be here for another year, I actually could have made a difference. And you know, everything kind of happened the way it happened, and unfortunately, I won't this year or next year. But I'm not gonna. I do have plans on trying to get into office to make huge changes, because once again, we're seeing a lot of politicians. Like, after all my thought process, I want to come up with something that's going to hold politicians accountable. You know, like, if you look at, what is it, Title 18 U.S. Code 242, the penalties, one of them says it's like, oh, it's a fine, it's jail time, or or death. So I'm thinking I want to try to bring that back. It's like, if I was to make an unconstitutional law, I would expect the people to hold me accountable. And if it was that severe, I would expect to be strung up on a string and hung, because that's what they did in 1776, 1775, for all those British people that were trying to trample on our rights to make us pay them and control our lives. Not happening no more.
What it is a lot of people got comfortable with passing on the headache to someone else. And once government saw everyone was just allowing them to do whatever it is that they wanted to do, then they're like, hey, well, they're not going to question us. They're not going to say nothing. They're not going to, you know, debate anything with us. Go ahead, go do it.
They're not going to fight. People aren't going to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
But you're seeing now after this COVID thing, you know, you see all these people having protests. There are people out there on the streets saying, we're sick of you telling us what to do. We're going to do what we want to do. And, you know, this is another tipping point. You know, it's not just about, this is not even about Second Amendment rights. This is just about freedoms, your freedoms that you have: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If my pursuit of happiness is going to a beach, I should be able to go to the beach. So, and Dave Bremen, I 100% agree with you. Voting, it's oppression, but unfortunately, that's the way our government is. We have to vote people in. We don't have to vote. If everybody in the United States would not vote, we would not have any elected politicians. But unfortunately, that's the way our government was. And I've seen high impact vlogs say this numerous times. Govern is to control, and mente, MENT, is the mind. So it's mind control, and that's what our government is all about: is mind control. They're just kind of controlling and telling us what to do. And if we the people don't stand up for it, we will lose. We will end up in a socialist kind of I think that's where we're going, is more on a social, not communism, but more on a socialism, and it's not going to work because those people that are like, oh, guns shouldn't be here. Well, if the whole consensus is like, oh, we don't need guns, then they're going to take them away. And I'm not going to stand for it. I won't stand for it.
And that's probably why that department wants to get rid of that cop, because he made a very valid point when he was saying what the government is doing, what police are doing, they're gonna awaken a sleeping giant.
Yep.
And coming from a cop, he's letting you know firsthand, and this is a combat veteran, someone who's fought in those streets, and he's letting the people know, hey, what these guys are doing, they're putting my job, and not only my job, but my safety at risk. And this is a combat vet saying his safety is at risk, because the strongest force around is the people.
Yep.
That's why the government gets their power from the governed.
They get it from us. We elect them to. Their job is not to protect us. Their job is to inform us on how to protect ourselves. They, like, let's say, like, Christmas time, there's a lot of break-ins in cars. There's a lot of break-ins in general. People tell you, like, the government or your local officials say, hey, make sure you're locking your cars. Don't leave your valuables in sight in your cars. Make sure, lock your shit up. They don't mandate it. They don't close down the whole. They don't close down the whole. They don't close down our whole fucking society to say, hey, because there's a lot of robberies, we've got to protect you. So nobody's allowed to go outside because we got to protect you. That's not how that works. Warren versus District of Columbia. The police have no obligation to protect us. They are there to show up after the fact. Every now and again, you'll catch a police officer that catches a robbery where the robber didn't know there was a cop in it. But 90% of the time, or 95% of the time, there ain't nobody there until somebody calls 911 and says, hey, there's a guy here with a gun shooting. That's how that works. So the police are not here to protect us. Our government is not here to protect us. The government is here to work for us, not us work for the government.
Exactly. And like Dave is pointing out here in the comments, in case you guys haven't heard me say it, I will say it again. So before I've had my rights violated the way I did, and I got into my activism, I've noticed that when you're trying to hold the police accountable, it's kind of like if you own your own company. If you own a franchisee, a gas station, whatever type of business it is, you go and you hire a bunch of employees and you're paying them good money every single week, no questions, but you never go and check up on them to see if they're actually doing the job the way that they're required to do the job. Eventually, they're going to get that sense of confidence to go do whatever it is that they want. They're going to get super comfortable because they're going to be like, no one's questioning me, no one's disciplining me, nobody is holding me accountable for what I'm doing. Well, I can get away with it. So we need to pass the message around, because government officials, they work for us. So we are the boss of that franchisee, which means if we don't go and check up on our employees and then they're not doing their job the way that they're supposed to, in the end of the day, that falls back on us.
Yep. We put those people in charge, and those people hired the people in that whatever, And that's the thing about First Amendment audits, is that a lot of these public officials don't even understand that the money that they get from us, and when they get money from us, they're expected to do their job, whether there's a camera there. If I walk in and I want to know what they're doing, it is my duty to check up on on public officials, and that's a lot of the First Amendment, and even Second Amendment, is to make sure that officers understand the law. You know, from I had a Pinellas County encounter. I had me and OVT, we had a the Daytona Beach encounter, and I've had numerous other encounters, and I've heard this one phrase numerous times. Oh, that's not the spirit of the law. That's not the spirit of the law. It's meant for rural areas. Well, guess what, man? I'm gonna let you know. I live 2 miles, 3 miles from a beach. I live a mile from the river. I don't live out in the woods. I'm not out in the woods. So it is not meant for out in the woods. It is meant for anybody to defend themselves when they go fishing, hunting, or camping. And that's the spirit of the law.
Hey, Solo, I want to point out these 2 comments to you right quick if you haven't seen it.
Right.
One here, the one on the page that I just put it up. This guy wrote, "I'm a veteran and I'm telling you people, by the way, thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. My family does too." He wrote, "I'm a veteran and I'm telling you people, remember, they are all servants of the people. Means you are their bosses and don't expect anyone to fight for you better than yourself," which is true.
Yep.
It's a saying that's been around for a long time. You want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
It's on me.
And the
same
second,
thing with all this COVID. Same thing with the COVID. It's on me to protect myself from the COVID, not the government to protect me from the COVID. I have to. If I go outside and I know I'm going to get the plague, I'm not going outside. But if I want to take that chance and get the plague because I have to go to the store to get something, I have to take that chance. It's not the government's. The government's not delivering food to my house. They're not giving me my $1,200 stimulus. They're not giving me my unemployment that I've lost for like the last 2 months. The government, should they? Probably, because they shut the government down. They shut my job down. They should pay me. But unfortunately, I'm not looking for a free handout, but I'm also saying we have to be able to live our lives.
mm-hmm. And actually, that video that I sent to you, Solo, if you didn't watch it, the cop in that video, he gets really into the whole pandemic thing going on, and he talks about how they tell you to stay at home and stuff like that. And he talks about that 68% of all the new cases of this pandemic came from people staying in their home, staying in their house. And then he goes to say that you got to think about it. When you go out every single day and you are touching something, doing something, in the end, you're exposed to germs all day, every single day. And what does that do? That makes your immune system start working at all times. It kickstarts it. It keeps it active. So when you isolate yourself from everything, and like in his words, live around Lysol, you're not activating your immune system. And the day you come out,
you're killing your immune system. The same thing. Like, if I know you're not, I just found out how old you were, but anyway,
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. You old fuck. Old man. But anyway, we didn't have sanitizer, or maybe we did have hand sanitizer back in the 80s and 90s. But I'm gonna let you know, we were out there still eating dirt. We were still drinking out of we turned the spigot on the outside hose, and we were still drinking out of the hose. Like, and now everybody's like, oh, wash your hands 50. I'm not saying not to wash your hands. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it's to the point where they're like, wash your hands 50,000 times a day, put sanitizer. And when you do that, you're actually killing, like, with all the stuff falling on you, your body's trying to fight it, and it's saying, all right, what is that? So that I can remember it. But when you wipe it away, it never really understands what was on you. And so when it comes back, it gets you. And I'm not a doctor. I'm just kind of hypothetically thinking about it, but that's how I see it. Is like, the more you keep yourself, I'm not saying it's not clean. I'm just saying the more you take away all that bacteria that was on you, that was, and your body was helping you fight it, when you take it all away, you're just a clean slate for more germs and new germs and more to come on you. And that's, I don't know. That's just my thought process.
That's what that cop got into that other video that I showed you. He goes and talks about how when you isolate yourself and you're not activating your immune system and stuff like that, you can come out and something that would have been just a common cold, a simple 1 or 2 days in bed, then go to work the next day, can turn into a really high fever. And now you're in the hospital because your immune system hasn't been active, so it wasn't able to handle that.
Yeah. I agree with that, man. I have to definitely read. I watched some of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I was driving. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good video. It's definitely. I watched it. I was like, oh wow. What I like is the title. The title of the video. It said. I don't know it word for word, but it said another cop speaks the truth, and let's keep this trend going.
Yeah. He
And
was
that's.
happy. San Joaquin was really happy, like that for in this like the last 5-6 days to have 2 officers in uniform in their cars speaking about it. Hopefully that's a growing trend, man. I would love to see 50 more, 100. I would love to see every officer. You know how they do those the police dances to some song and the whole department gets together and they're all dancing to some song. I would love to see every department friggin' come out with some. Yes, I'm gonna follow my oath. I wanna not do this and not do that. I'm gonna be a moral person. All they have to do is be a moral person, and all police would be great.
Hey, to your comment, Keith, you said how young I am. Solo thought I was early 20s. He thought I was like
Mid
19, 20, 21, 22. I'm
No, I didn't say
29.
21. I said 23, 24.
All right, I was trying to give me a little more pride, 21. 21, like that was that age, All right, fine. He said he thought I was 23. I don't look as young as I thought I do, but it's I'm definitely 29, in case you guys didn't know. So I realized I'm halfway through my life, and since I'm halfway through my life, I want to. Yeah, man. The average human being nowadays is living to about 60 to 70 years old, and the ones who make it past that is because they've been super healthy their whole entire lives. Since the average human being is normally living to about 60, 70 years old, I'm halfway through my life, so I want to use this last half that I have to do something positive in the world, which is why I go out and I do these First Amendment, Second Amendment audits and educate people and try to hold corrupt people accountable.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't want my nephews, or if I have kids later on in the future, I don't want them growing up in a bad world.
I still want my kids. I still want my kids to have friggin' rights, like my daughter.
Yup, exactly. Hold on, let's see what this person wrote. All right, so here's the website. You should all check it out. True knowledge is the only best offense and defensive weapon in the end. What's the website? I don't. Maybe I passed over it. I don't see it in the comments. If you could put the website up again, I'll definitely give it a look. Hey, what's going on, Rick? How you doing? I just noticed you're in here.
We were just talking about you, Rick. We were saying how great this GoFundMe is, and we're about to friggin' start putting out. We're about to pump this GoFundMe thing like going out of the
Look at. I'm sorry.
No.
Let me get my composure
What
back.
you did, man? You tell people, oh, well, you're only gonna live till you're 70.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna live till I'm 104, dude.
I looked up the
I
statistics.
found the fountain of youth. If anybody wants to know where the fountain of youth is, you have to subscribe to this guy's channel. And If he gets 20,000 subscribers in a day, I'll tell you where the Fountain of Youth is.
Easy, you're making, man. Where are these? I'm so lost in these comments right now. I think everyone's having like
You
the.
need to catch up, man. Like somebody said some, just to let you guys know, I'm in my 40s. I'm in my 40s.
Wow, Solo.
I'm in my 40s. I found the Fountain of Youth. You don't get young looking like this and so sexy without finding the Fountain of Youth.
You know what it is? You keep yourself active, man. You be out there, and the fact that you're carrying all your fishing gear and your rifle and all of that, man. You're carrying weights on you basically. You're working out every time you go out and audit.
I'm telling you, just staying active is key. Like, you know, and it doesn't, like, you don't have to go. For the people that I always see running, working out, doing the gym thing, great, awesome. You're being healthy, you're strong, you're fit. I stay healthy by just going out and seeing the world. Like, whenever I go out, I really don't try to drive around and see it. I try to walk around and see it. And that's why I stay so sexy. That's how I found the Fountain of Youth. I was just walking around and I found it. I was like, there it is. The Fountain of Youth.
Hey, Solo. Apparently, I'm still wet behind the ears, man. I had a wipe it dry. I had a wipe it dry. I didn't know everyone could see that.
No. You're still you've learned a lot quick, man. I'll say that. I'll give you that. But you're still a little wet.
Yeah, man. Freaking. Hey, but you know what though? I'm glad that I got into this now, because since I'm on that borderline of being older but still kind of young, it might attract more youth to get into knowing their rights and the laws. Because if we educate them now, then when they grow older, everything's going to be better, because a lot more people are going to know.
Yeah, that's gonna be as we start getting into like the summertime. That's gonna be one of my next things. As like the kids have been out of school for the whole COVID thing, but I am trying to. I want to go out to just like a very well populated area, not Cary, just set up like a little table. Just the same thing like with Louder with Crowder, but I really want to talk to people what they think about the Second Amendment and what they think about the Constitution and what they think about what's going on. Because right now, I think we're at one of those points where people are like, they're sick of the government, and it's a great way to lead into all of our amendments saying, hey, well, if you're sick of the government trying to trample on this, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? You know, and then explain to them about what our government and how our government's how it's supposed to work, and really try to drive like conversation. That if the more you start to understand people, like I took a psychology class in culinary school, and I hated it because the one thing that you can never do is understand everybody. It'll never happen. And that was what my teacher said. He was like, you'll never understand. You can get the gist of certain people, but you'll never understand how everybody thinks.
Now, Sig, to your comment there, I don't worry. If I worried about the time that I potentially might pass, I wouldn't be doing what I was doing. Like, it's not the first time I've stared down the barrel of tyrants' guns. It probably won't be the last time. So I don't worry about that. What I do worry about is not using my time efficiently. You know, there's more important things than hanging out, you know, partying or doing anything like that, especially when I see all this corruption and stuff happening, and people being hurt. You know, I want to make sure that the time I do have, I make change.
Yeah. And I would say that, and even for me, when I was young, it was like I was on a whole different level. Like hanging out with friends, staying up late, doing whatever. But as I've gotten older, I've realized there's certain things that I hold dear to my heart, and there's things that I will not compromise on. And especially with our Second Amendment, the way it's been trampled on, I'm sick and tired of trying to compromise and saying, all right, well, if you leave this alone, we'll give you this, or we'll bend over backwards to give you, if you give us a little, we'll give you a little. But every time we give them a little, they take so much more.
My bad. I was I was typing.
I read it. I just read it.
You read it?
Yeah.
Hey, let me throw this. Oh man, where to go? Where to go? All right, all right. 5-7. I was not getting serious on you. I've seen you in other of my streams and in my comments. I know you like the channel and stuff like that. You didn't mean no harm by it. I just wanted to explain it that way. If anyone doesn't know the reasons why I do what I do, now they know.
Yeah. I would definitely say a lot of the people that I've met, they all have that kind of that jokester. They kind of they're basically giving you shit.
Oh yeah, they're busting my balls, bro. That's what they're
busting
doing.
your balls, bro.
Yeah, they're busting my balls.
I bust your balls, bro. I busted your balls that fucking day at the fucking range, man.
You weren't messing with me. But
Oh,
in the end of the day, who was hitting them targets though? Who was beaming them targets?
I'll give you guys mad credit at the 25 yards shooting, man, because with the pistols, these guys were shooting at 75 feet and they were still fucking hitting targets.
Dude, I hit double headshots. Double headshots.
I don't even think I hit a target. I don't even think I hit anywhere near the target at 75 feet. But the target was already shrapnel, so I couldn't tell where I was hitting.
When I was using that the AR with the ×6 scope on it, so the target, let's just pretend it's about this big, right? So if the target is this big, on the top left-hand corner has a tiny little display image that's exactly the same as the target. That way, in case the company has it in a shelf, they can see the corner and know what target it is as they pull it out for their customer. So they put that at 50 yards, threw the ×6 rifle in my hand, and I was beaming the little display image from 50 yards away like nothing. It was great. I was having a blast.
Yeah, it was
Sniff, sniff. Yup, I smell OVT's whooped. Whooped, but whooped by what?
All right, just to recap and let everybody know that who's come in. What are you giving away?
A lot of love. Oh wait, that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
You got to show them what you're giving away, so they understand why we're here today.
All right, all right.
Oh well, we'll let you go back inside so you can grab it later.
I literally like just lit up my smoke. I was like,
yeah.
Well, it is what it is. I'll go back inside, bro.
No,
but yeah, guys.
Tomorrow, everybody that's watching, tomorrow, if you're a subscriber and you've been sending me emails about the secret words, I grew a lot of subscribers in 7 hours. I grew like almost 2,000 subscribers in 7 hours. So I'm giving away that flashlight. This flashlight is being given away tomorrow. So you have roughly about 24 hours to send me emails to the email address that I need. You need to look at all the videos for, I'd say, the last 10, 12 videos. There are secret words inside the video with an email address that you will send me your email so I can add you into it. And every time you see one of those secret words, it'll get you into it that many times. So
each secret word that you put in the email is an entry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do they have to have all the secret words to qualify though?
No. If you only see two words, you're two entries. If you see all of them, you're entered in 15 times or however many videos and how many secret words there are. I don't even know. I just get all the emails and I'm like, it's one specific email and I'm like, all right, all these people are in it. Done.
And what time exactly are you doing this this launch for the Streamlight?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I just got a email saying I'm late on my something. It's my political shit. Anyway, it'll probably be around 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'm off all day tomorrow. I just got to open carry tomorrow. That's all I got planned for the day.
We still need to do this open carry out here in Orlando.
I know. Yeah. Somebody's taking a sweet ass time.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, that's all right. And then we've got the Streamlight, and then you see that the flag in the background here that has the Second Amendment written in the white, and then it's got the Betty Ross with the Second Amendment tagged here. I'm giving away this flag, and I'm also giving away the Come and Take It. Come and take it. Come and take it. I've got two brand new flags just like this that I'm gonna be giving away right after I give away the flashlight. And then on July 4th, we're gonna be going back to Shooter's World, and long as we can shoot their automatic weapons, because they have to have, I guess, one of their instructors or somebody there to help us with it. But that's we'll be shooting automatic weapons. It's going to be for two subscribers of mine, and two first time shooters. So if you know somebody that's never shot a gun that wants to shoot a gun that might be interested, you need to go to my channel and you need to find that video.
Now, to this comment here, Keith, how you say, I can't believe how well you guys keep your cool when dealing with the police. Nothing more dangerous than an entitled person with a gun. At least when a criminal shoots, he knows he's in the wrong. When when we deal with cops, it's super, super dangerous. And any one of those interactions that we have could be our last. The only thing that you could do is remain calm. Because what you gotta think about is these cops, they don't really have the training that they need to be out there on the field. And since they have that lack of training, they're real jumpy. And not only being real jumpy, some, you never know, some of them might be fanatics or fantasize about drawing their gun or actually just displaying it. Maybe they want to feel cool or a movie star or whatever. So in the end of the day, it's like they do it just to boost their ego. They don't do it because it's necessary. So if you do anything that might drop their ego, that can potentially be a fatal mistake. So the best thing to do is just be calm and comply. They're gonna feel good in the moment. They definitely will. They'll feel like they're in the right and just settle it in court afterwards. But that's why I stay as calm as I can, because I know these guys, they're not trained properly and they'll use any excuse to put you down. In my first video with that sergeant, you know, he goes, get on the ground, and I get it. Nerves are probably racing at the moment, but if the concealed weapon that I told you myself that I'm carrying is the problem, why would you be like, hey, get on the ground and put your hands behind your back when the weapon is right there? If that's what you're scared of, that to me, that feels like an excuse to trick me into something I shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched a live feed one day, and it was featuring a couple different law enforcement, one ex law enforcement, one current, and they were the one current cop was like, yeah, you know, whenever you deal with police, you know, you let them know and you do the right thing and da 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 da, you know, and as long as you keep it holstered, I'll keep it holstered, and everything will be fine. There is no textbook. I'm gonna let you know, everybody, through all the things I've dealt with, every interaction I've ever dealt with has been different. There's not one specific way they come at you. You never know if they're gonna draw a gun. You don't know. And the one thing I'd say about First Amendment audits and Second Amendment audits is that the Second Amendment auditors are carrying guns. And when you're carrying a gun, when the police show up, they're already on a heightened alert about a guy with a gun. You know, and that's the part that I can't, you know, you don't know. You don't know who the person that was on 911, you don't know what they said or how they said it or how they made the 911 operator respond to the cop saying, hey, there's some guy friggin' walking around with an AR rifle and blah, da, 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 da. So then the police show up and it's just like, get on the ground. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm just going fishing. Like, you know, and that's the part that, once again, I've been at gunpoint at least 3 to 4 times. I've been put in handcuffs at least 5 times. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. And I wish, and that's why I do it, is to help educate not only police, but the people, so that when people see somebody that has a fishing pole or they're fishing, they're less likely to call the police. They're like, oh yeah, this is a law, you can do that. You know, and that's what it's about. Is the more we educate and the more they see people doing it, the less likely you're going to have bad interactions. And for right now, I've dealt with that and I hate it, but the reason I do it is not just for myself. It's for people that are 10, 15, 20 years younger than me, that want to protect themselves but don't have the means to get a concealed weapons license or whatever, or they go out fishing all the time and they've almost been robbed like me. I've almost been robbed while I was fishing. Like, that's why I started open carrying, is because I've almost been robbed at 3 o'clock in the morning by 2 guys. You know, I'm not going to deal with me losing my liberties, my freedoms, my property. I'm not going to deal with that anymore. No more. It's over.
You know, I was actually I remember when I was, where was I? I was in the gym over here, East Side Orlando, when I was doing my MMA training, and I had a sparring partner. And probably about a couple months after sparring, I found out what his occupation was, and he was actually a Orlando police officer. I don't remember the guy's name. All I know is I used to kick his ass all day, every day. And he told me one time, he's like, man, you're really good at your self-defense, this, that. Why don't you come apply for the police department? And I looked at him, I was like, do you think it's a good job? And he's like, hell yeah, it's a good job. Dude, you get to speed, you get to get into fights, and you just get your adrenaline pumping all the time. It's just like when we train. And like, I didn't really pay no mind to it at the moment, because, you know, that was before I started doing my activism and stuff like that. But it just makes me wonder how many other cops have that mentality. They don't join because they want to uphold the Constitution like they swear. They join because they see perks. I get a car, I can speed and never get a ticket. If I'm in my personal car and I show a badge, it might be my partner who pulls me over. I'll be straight. I won't go to jail. I won't have to pay no fines. It's like a permanent get out of jail free card almost.
I totally agree with you on that one, man. And And you know, the same thing with their qualified immunity. They think that because they become cops, that whatever they say, like just like your police report, the police reports I've gotten are just riddled with lies. You know, video doesn't lie. Video don't care. Video shows the truth. And then you look at their police report and it's like, he's lying. He's a liar. He's lying. Like the one in Pinellas, I got the police report. You know what it says in there? Oh, I didn't even see his firearm. Or I didn't even see his fishing pole. I'm sorry. Didn't see his fishing pole. The first thing he asked me was, "What's that? What is that you got?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a fishing pole." That was the first thing I said to this guy, and he's like, "I didn't even see the fishing pole, but in the video, it's a fishing pole."
Now, Solo, when it comes down to the whole fishing, hunting, camping, and all of that, what if you got like a collapsible fishing pole, one that you don't have to carry in your hand? Would you get in trouble?
Nope. Nope.
So what's their excuse of, oh, I didn't even see the fishing pole? Does it matter that the fishing pole was there?
Nope. Nope. If you're saying you're going fishing, I don't know if who on here knows about, like, it's called the pen rod. It's called the PEN rod. It's about that big. It's about 7-8 inches long. It looks like a pen, but when you pop the top, it extends out and it's a fishing pole. You could have that pen rod that sticks in your pocket, and you're saying you're going to go fishing, as long as you're legitimately going fishing, you can walk around with that in your pocket. You don't even have to have if you wanted to go crabbing, like if with just a string and a piece of chicken on a string and a net, you could technically just go fishing with a net and a piece of string and a chicken wing. You don't even need a fishing pole. You just have to be going. You have to be able to some way prove that you're going to be catching fish, whether it be a fishing pole, a crab trap. I don't recommend a cast net, only because you're going to have to throw a cast net while you're carrying a firearm, and that's going to involve a lot of salt water or fresh water or whatever. It's going to get all over you. But cast netting is, you actually need a fishing license to cast net.
Hey, Solo, can't be no worse than cops digging the barrel of your rifle into the ground when they force you down to the floor.
I'm getting that repaired. They're gonna pay for that one.
I still my rifle still got scars from when we went to Daytona.
I think I fired that pistol one time before I was put on the ground with it. Fired it one time and I got scratches all against the Picatinny because I was on the ground.
Hey, Solo. Last Days of Freedom came in late, so I'm gonna explain to him real quick. The title is pretty self-explanatory. Once I get to 8K subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a tactical vest, which was donated to me by Dennis. And this is the TAC vest right here. Actually, Solo, I'm gonna drop this on full screen real quick so they can see.
Yeah. Do your thing, bro.
Now, the vest is not a plate carrier. It's strictly a tactical vest. It's a vest that you can hold all your equipment. It has 4 AR pouches, and each pouch carries 2 mags. It has 3 pistol pouches for your mags. Each one carry 2 mags, and then it has a single pistol mag pouch on the holster that's on the front. It has internal pockets right here. Internal pockets right here. Oh wait, there we go. and they're huge. Like as you see, I can get my whole half my forearm in there. So it's a really nice vest. Comes with a duty belt. And once I get to 8,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving that vest away to a lucky viewer. And hopefully, you know, I get to 8K soon so I can give this away, because the faster that this goes along, the more I'll be looking into doing more giveaways, because the same way you guys support what I do and give to help out the channel, I want to make sure I give back to my viewers also. You could use it for paintball. You could, if you want to use it for paintball. It would probably fit. What are those things called? I haven't played paintball in so long. Those big tubes that you carry the balls in before you put it into your hopper. Hey, Solo, someone said they love your video when the cops said your line wasn't even wet yet.
Yeah, I just saw it too. That was an interesting day. That was Stuart, Florida. I was just in Stuart, or Martin County, but yeah, that cop, he's like, your fishing line not even wet. Durker, durker, durker. And I'm like, it's going to and from, and I just walked a mile in the hot sun in, like, I think it was August or something. And I'm like, maybe the sun dried it out. I don't know. I'm like, well, I don't believe you. I'm like, well, I got it on video. And he's like, well, can I take your whatever for evidence? I'm like, well, if you're gonna arrest me, yeah, but if you're gonna, I'd like to call my lawyer. And like it's so funny how you bring a lawyer into a conversation and their demeanor all of a sudden is like, all right, let's slow down and see where this guy, like, they, at that point, that I think he knew that if he kept pursuing it, that a lawyer was going to get involved and there was going to be a bunch of shit that came back on him.
Everybody needs to have a lawyer on speed dial and a camera. Two very important things to always have whenever you're interacting with the police.
Yeah, I tell that to everybody. Everybody that's like, oh, well, what should I do? I'm like, get a GoPro. Get something that's not in your pocket. Like, your cell phone probably takes better video than half the shit I have. But I'm saying, when you're carrying a firearm and you see the police coming, digging into your pocket or digging or putting your hand anywhere near a firearm is not a good thing. And that's why I say just have a, if you have a GoPro, I have a Nikon. It's kind of like a GoPro, but it's a Nikon. And then I have a GoPro that's attached to my my backpack. I usually have 2 to 3 cameras rolling. I just got an audio recorder that I just found. And so now I'll be doing audio that'll just sit in my pocket or whatever. And then I also have 2 to 3 cameras rolling at all times.
Yeah, I wanna get a camera that I can like mount on my vest here on my shoulder, looking backwards. Because you know how cops like to surround people and use that intimidation
They
tactic?
come up from behind. Yeah. Oh yeah. They make look into. I know that I think it's Vivitar. Go if you don't know about Rogue Nation, GA Gladi Auditor, and quite a few other First Amendment auditors. You'll see them have their little gimbal, and on the top there's like a 360-degree camera on top.
Is that thing that Felix had when we made our video at the shooting range? He had me holding the thing, and like the thing was moving on its own.
Yeah, and it basically, you can do this in the way it's got a gyroscope in it, and it keeps it steady, so you don't get a bunch of jumble. It doesn't move back and forth real fast. It's real smooth. It's a smooth transition no matter how fast you move your hand, because it's all, gyroscopically correct or whatever. I don't know. I just know that's what they do. I know what they use. I don't use it because I don't like holding something in my hand. I've got a gun across my chest, backpack, fishing pole. Usually I have a flag. All my hands are full. I don't. If anything, I would attach that 360 camera to the back of my backpack so that like you said, you get that back view of them sneaking up on you, or you get a 360 degree. I mean, even to the sky, it'll 360.
Yeah, I need that. I need that because
Yeah.
they like to walk up behind people a lot. I don't know if you watched that video of the lawsuit that I won against OCSO. In that video, when that cop was demanding that ID, claiming that since it's state property, I have to give it to him. And I refused, and they went and surrounded me. That I think there was 8 officers in a circle around me, and you can see how when I'm holding the camera and I go like this, and I look to my side, it looks like my camera was in that cop's face, and it was because that's how close they were standing to me when they were surrounding me. So I already knew things were going south. When I looked over and I'm like, dang, this man is really close to me. I was like, yep, they're gonna violate my rights and I'm going to jail tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's great to have a, like even if you don't like, if you can find a lawyer that actually will talk to you about certain stuff, those are the lawyers I would actually always keep on speed dial. I mean, even if they haven't retained you for anything, or they've never taken a case for you, just to have a lawyer that that you're like, oh, if I had a lawyer, this is the one I want. Have that guy on speed dial or have his number ready. That way you can at least reach out to him, because that's where the real violations happen, is when the arrest happens. I mean, there's violations that can happen.
I'll be right back.
A lot of lawyers won't take that until you've been arrested. The arrest is how they justify making the money, I guess, in a way. But for me, I don't want to go to jail. I've been there, done that. Not going back. I mean, I'll if I violated the law, if I've done something illegal and I've hurt somebody or whatever, and I that's the penalty for it, I'll accept it. But I don't go around trying to hurt people at all. So I'm not worried about that. I don't do anything other than drinking some beers at my house, and I mean, that's not illegal. Smoke some cigarettes, not illegal. So I'm not worried about anything, the illegal part of my life. I've been there, done that. All I want to do is make sure I'm doing the right thing and helping protect people's rights. And that's why I've done what I've done for the last 2 years, is to expose certain laws, helping people understand gun laws. That's what this is all about, is about education. I'm gonna hop into some of this chat real quick. I see that. Hell yeah, that's a great comeback. 357 Sig. I've never seen that video. Send me the link. I'm not sure what video you're talking about. I'm not sure if it's my video or somebody else's video. Thank you.
I gotta get my water.
I appreciate that. I try to do my best. Yes, Rick Thomas, I am at right now. Actually, I'm going to talk about that. I'm sorry, man. I'm going to cut you off. What were you? Go do something else, man. You're bothering me. This is my stream now, motherfucker. But anyway, just to let you guys know, or guys and girls, I went to Martin County today. Martin County put out a notice on, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday, where you had to show your papers. If you want to go to the beach, you got to show your papers. So I went to all these places, and when you get into Martin County, there's like every mile and a half, there's a beach approach. Every beach approach had a cop sitting there waiting for you to pull in to show your papers. So they had, I think it was 2 places that were checkpoints where they made you go up, U-turn, come back, and then go through their checkpoint. I went to them and I was like, hey, I got 2 questions. First, did you swear or affirm that you would uphold and defend the Constitution? What do you think they all said? Yes. Every one of them said, yes, I do this to affirm and I uphold the Constitution. My second question was, then what are we doing here today? And the first guy I talked to, it kind of threw him for a loop. And I'm like, are you checking IDs? Are like, as people come in here, well, we have to check to make sure they're Martin County residents. And I'm like, I get that, but you're violating somebody's Fourth Amendment right by checking their ID to see, just to go to the beach. You're checking them to go to the beach. I'm like, you took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and right now you're out here. Like, if anybody would have said, I don't agree, I'm going to give you the middle finger. Thought it was going to be the middle finger, but I'm going to give you the middle finger, and I'm still going to go to the beach. And that's what I told one of the officers. Like, what if I just said, I don't care about what you're saying to me? What if I was just to walk away from you, go right to the beach? I would either get fined or I'd get arrested. And that's the issue about our Fourth Amendment right, is that you can't just do that. You can't do that. And that's what Greg Anderson was saying. Greg Anderson was saying the same exact thing, and he got fired for it. But that's a tyrannical friggin' police department saying, guess what? We agree with what you're saying, but because you work for us, you got to take down the video because we don't want that perception in our department. Like, how do you say that to somebody? You know, that's just completely mind blown. But and then I met another lady, an officer that's a woman, and I was like, did you, once again the same question, did you swear or affirm that you would uphold and defend the Constitution? She's like, what are you talking about? Like, she had no clue what I was talking about. And then CB, he sent me a bunch of pocket constitutions. That video will be out tomorrow. But this lady, like, I set the, you know, I don't want to hand it to her directly. I'm like, so I set it right in front of her. She never picks it up, and it just blows away in the wind. Like, this video is like, this woman off the sheriff or deputy or whatever is a piece of friggin' crap. And I'm going to expose her first. And then I'm going to expose all the other ones that I said. Dude, I was walking through the park, and all I hear is, hey, Solo, what's up? And I look right, and it's 9 cops, and they all know my name. My name.
What department is this?
Martin County Sheriffs. They call me out. They call me out by name. Hey, that's SoloYaker. I'm like, yep, what's up? How y'all doing? Hi. I'm here to audit you guys right now because y'all a bunch of tyrannical friggin' idiots, and you guys are accepting, like, I don't directly blame the police for this because this is coming from their county commissioners. The county commissioners are the ones that are actually coming up with this law or whatever they're trying to enforce. And I'm not down with it. I've got a, if you haven't seen the town hall meeting that I went to in West Palm, I've got another town hall meeting in Martin County on Friday.
Which meeting was that I saw on your channel where I don't know if you were like replaying an old video that you have done, but you put like a little yellow thing poking at a bear, and then there was this man speaking.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought, honestly, the way you recorded that, I thought that was an actual camera inside the place until I heard your voice. I was like, oh my God, Solo's there. Solo, and you
That was
just
me.
you went off.
That was a town hall meeting about them trying. The chief of police in the town of Palm Beach was reaching out to the senator in that town to try to change the open carry law. I don't think you know about that.
No, I don't.
That bill has been squashed for right now, so it may come back up in the next session, but for right now, they're not changing our law. But they were trying to change it to where you had to be 1,500 feet away from a school, a place of worship, basically a church, a government building, or a public beach.
I know
So
when
you
I
had to be
started freaking out, Solo. I like the way you stand up for your rights. That's
fight it, dude.
amazing. That's amazing.
You wanna mess with my rights? I'll come. I can do whatever I want on YouTube, but it only makes sense when you show up to their face and you're like, I told that guy, I told that whole town council, I was like, all of you need to be fired. If you are gonna violate our constitutional rights, you don't deserve the job, you don't deserve the badge, you don't deserve the money that you get from the taxpayers, all this stuff. I'll send you that video, man. You need to watch that town hall meeting because I went off on them. I went off. And in most of the town hall meetings, like if you go to a town hall meeting, they only give you like 3 to 5 minutes to talk. So you got 3 to 5 minutes to get your point across real quick. And there's usually no rebuttal. There's no.
You got your point across, I think.
Well, they actually they were trying to come back at me. We were going back and forth about it. And they at first he was like, I called him out and he was so butthurt that he was like, I'm not going to let this stand. And I'm like, all right, you're going to come at me, then I'm going to come back at you. And then next thing you know, we're going back.
I loved it. I think I replayed that video and everything. I was like, yeah, you tell him he was mad that shiny badge didn't make you coward and feared.
And I'm over it. I'm so over it. Like, leave your guns, leave everybody's guns alone. Leave our Constitution alone. I'm gonna do what I want, and you can do what the fuck you want. You don't hurt me, I won't hurt you. You try to hurt me, we're gonna see who's a quicker draw and who's got a bigger gun. I'm not a violent person, and that's why I think that's what comes across on us.
I got the bigger one, Solo. You carry a 40, I got a 45.
I got more rounds.
What? You don't see how many mags I walk around with?
I walk around with
a couple more times.
Hold on, we're gonna. How many mags you walk with? 3, 4?
I walk around with 5 1911 mags full.
35 rounds. Oh, wait, yeah, 35 rounds, right? And you're carrying how many? 5 mags?
36.
5 mags, right?
Carry one in the chamber.
Oh, okay, 36. Oh, ooh. Okay, you got 36 rounds with 5 mags, 1 in the chamber, or 6 rounds, right? Or 5 and 1 in the chamber. I almost have you, and I carry.
No, there's 7. There's 7 and 1 in the chamber.
Okay, so you got 5 mags. 5 mags, right? 1 in the chamber. I carry 2 mags, 1 in the chamber, and I'm only 7 off of you.
That is ridiculous.
And that's why, like, when I was looking when I started, yeah, I definitely agree with Rick on that one. It's about the draw, and it's about how quick you can get that first couple out, man.
We need to get to a range where we can do some like some draw competitions, reload competitions. That'd be fun.
We just need timers, dude. Get a timer. Like, all right, on the timer, you shooter ready? Ready. Beep. I did that. I went 1 shot reload from concealment. I went draw, shot, drop mag, reload, shot again in 4.5 seconds.
Actually,
And,
I think I put a video of me doing like a reload competition. Like at the range that we were going to go to, they work with me. They let me do my reload things. They let me draw and stuff like that. But I got a video on there just so you can see more or less what my speed's like. I'm pretty
any
fast.
day. I got a place. Dude, I'll call Autumn's Armory right now. I'm like, hey man, let's set something up. I got OVT saying he can. OVT said that that Autumn couldn't outdraw OVT.
Hey, Solo. Rick Thomas wants the link to that video. The one that I said that I watched where it poked the bear, you know, and you made that weird sound. Poking the bear, poking the bear.
I'm sorry, man. Like that's the comedian. That was the comedian in me coming out. Give me 1 second, Rick. I'm getting on YouTube right now so I can get the link and then I can share it on here.
Yo, Solo,
But,
someone just wrote that Autumn's Armory beat you. Is that true?
She did.
How bad?
She actually second. A full second. And I shot. It was supposed to be 2, 2, 2, 2, and as soon as I drew, I went 3, 2, 2, 2. She smoked me, but I was drawing from concealment. She had a holster outside the waistband.
Oh, like a Serpa holster?
She's got a Kydex holster. But I'm not taking anything away from. She's a 7-year-old girl and she beat me by a second. I don't care who you are. I'm telling you, man, this little girl, she will smoke you, bro.
I'm not even.
I'm not gonna say she's a better shot. I'm just gonna say she will outdraw you almost any day of the week.
I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want to be like, hey, you know, I don't know, man. I'm confident in my draw skill and then get clapped by like maybe the whole 2 second. But
talk all the smack you want because I will call Autumn tomorrow and be like, dude, my buddy OVT, he was sitting there talking shit, and he was like, Autumn, that little 7-year-old girl.
What? OVT doesn't talk shit. OVT is like the most polite person in the world. I like.
Trust me, Randy. He know I would be joking, but it would be more of like it because they want like the fact that I reached out to them and then they invited me out to where they go and shoot. They would be so inviting for you. They would just say, "Yeah, come on, bring them out." Because we were having a competition that day.
If you could set that up, Solo, I'm definitely down to do it.
I had it set up at Shooter's World, but we were all sitting there friggin' doing the circle jerk, looking at all the guns. I kept saying, I'm like, Autumn's Armory is at the friggin' range.
But remember, they said the 100-yard range was full. They were like, they weren't letting us.
Everybody was trying to shoot 100-yard range, and for what? I got an AR pistol that's not even really. I mean, it's good at 100 yards, but I'm trying to shoot the thing at like 20 yards, if that. I'm trying to blast them with the fire blast and the fucking bullet.
My rifle is really good at 100 yards. With my scope and laser.
Yeah, scope and laser, I got you. I got an AR pistol, bro. I ain't got all that realty.
Bro, I loved how you put that slow-mo in the video and you dropped them 3 shots. You can see the cartridge just coming out the side. I was like, yeah, that thing's nice. Man, my dog's being such a baby right now.
I got way too many videos.
It was recent, man. It couldn't have been more than a week or 2.
It was an open carry. Oh, here it is. I got it. Copy link. You should click on it and share screen it.
All right. Are you sending the link to my phone, or are you sending it?
It's coming on to the thing right now. I'll send it to your phone too, so you can do it that way or whatever. You see it?
No.
It's at the bottom.
I see it now. Okay, that's cool. It does not let me copy. Hold on, Drago. I'm sorry. I love you so much. Let me type this in so I can just copy it from here.
I just sent it to your phone, but you're gonna have to use your computer to get to the video. And then, like at the top of your screen, it's like if you open a new tab, you need to open that new tab to a separate. You got to separate it from. Hold on, I think I can do it from my side. I think.
What, share screen it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it laggy last time you tried to share screen something?
That was because of my side was sucky. But I'm on my iPad right now.
Okay.
I don't know. There it is. You got it?
Every time you come back, you're poking the bear, correct? So, whatever happened to Solo, it disconnected him somehow. Welcome back. What happened?
I hit the wrong button. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it up. I'm just I'm gonna let it play so that the advertisements go by, and then I'll start it
up. The beginning part of the video is the funniest thing about the whole Velka video. Because I'm at a city hall and he's like, every time you come back here, you're poking the bear.
Poking the bear. Poking the bear. All right. Do you guys see this?
Yes. Yeah, full screen that shit. No audio.
No audio?
No audio. And you need to rewind it to the beginning.
Hold on. I got you right now.
See, even yours on my side, it looks a little laggy. It's once again, like when the internet shit comes down to it, man, you gotta have like the full everything, and it sucks.
All right,
dude.
hold up. I got you. I'm about to put it back up there. So you said the audio was not playing, correct?
I didn't hear anything.
All right. So let's screen share. Share audio. All right, guys. It should be working this time.
And every time you come back here, you're poking the bear. That every time you come back here, you're poking the bear.
What's going on, everybody? SoloYaker here, and as you can see, I'm here in my favorite place in the world, West Palm Beach.
Son of a bitch!
So we're gonna go do some fishing. We're gonna go see what's going on, and I will catch you on the flip side. Don't forget to like, share, and that subscribe button, all that good stuff. SoloYaker, deuces.
Jump up a little bit, right to where I go up in front of the police department. Right there, right there.
Where? Right here?
Yeah, go back a little. Right there, right there. Nope, right there. This, if you can see right there to the left, this is the town hall that I was at, that I went to that meeting. That's the meeting place, and then I'm about to come up to their fire department and their police department. So basically, I'm on my way to fishing, and I'm walking by their town hall, police department, fire department. which once again, 100% legal as long as you're engaged in fishing, hunting, and camping on your way going to and from such an event. Like, long as you're legitimately going fishing, you can do this. But the next part in this clip, this is another fucking part, and then nothing happened this day other than cops just kind of driving around looking for me, because that's all that happened. They were out there looking. People were calling on me, but they couldn't find me because I was walking up and down back roads.
I just can't wait till you show the part when you go off on them, bro. You went off on them.
I'll give you the town hall meeting right now.
Drago.
We have the town of Palm Beach, the police department right here. We love the captain here. He's a nice guy. He loves me.
First of all, I'm a proponent of the Second Amendment. I believe in the Second Amendment. All right, let's just do that right away.
You are the single biggest liar. You probably are worse than Jeb Bush. You are the single biggest liar.
Okay. Second of all, that when you have, in today's day and age, with all these active shooters, now I'm not looking to not say, Michael, you can't carry a firearm. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, Michael, you can carry a firearm. Doesn't matter. I don't care you carry a firearm. All I'm asking is, don't openly carry in front of a public school.
I don't care if you carry a firearm, just don't openly carry.
But all I'm saying is do not carry it. Just don't openly carry it. You can carry it, but don't openly carry it.
We go through history. They take away the guns. They take away your right to speak. And then guess what? You're in a socialist, communist country. I personally will not allow this.
Hey, Solo. Tell me,
What's up?
did they kick you out after that? Because you went off on that man.
Nope. Because and that hey, get rid of this thing, because like there's really nothing. I mean, you're just gonna watch me walking around doing nothing. But they didn't kick me out because like at that point, like I was just like, I'm gonna shut up because they wanted that. Some of them wanted to have a conversation. Moms Demand Action was at that same meeting because where they were sitting, I was sitting directly behind them. And as I'm going through the talking part, I'm like, I see all these little red shirts up here, and I call them out by red shirts. I was like, if any one of y'all want to have a serious conversation about what the Second Amendment means, I'm right here. I'm not going nowhere. There was 3 different media crews there. I was on the news about it. Like, all this stemmed from 8 of us. There was 8 of us, and we went to West Palm, and Trump was in town. We didn't know Trump was in town that day. Like, I planned this thing like 2 months in advance. Trump was in town, and I'm not saying I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not saying I am a Trump supporter. I'm just saying at the time I was a pretty big Trump supporter, and I had my Trump flag, I had my Trump hat, and I'm walking through West Palm with a Trump hat and an AR-15, and we triggered the entire town. This is why this town hall meeting happened, because we triggered West Palm because of Trump and guns.
Hey, Solo, not to cut you off, but I want you to read this comment, okay? Remember how I told you I spoke to someone on the phone about going to Erie?
Yeah.
Read this comment. This is from him. What's going on, Brett?
What up, Brett? Remember when you go to like... Yeah, nice. You can go to a political meeting and not have to be disarmed. And that was the one thing at the town hall meeting I went to. I had to be disarmed. There was a sign that said I could not carry a firearm inside of that meeting, which is a bunch of bullshit. You want to take my rights away, and you want to I can't even carry You got a bunch of thugs with guns in here that already know I'm coming, and they don't like me because I open carry. That's the only reason there was.
And that's the thing I don't
7 cops in there.
understand. I don't understand that. It's like, so police officers do not have to protect you. It says they do not have to protect you. So why am I forced to disarm myself and leave my protection up to the people who don't have to protect me? And what if you go into one of the meetings and some crazy thing happens, someone starts blowing out the windows, and the cops get scared and they're ducking and running for cover? Then you're hit. You're screwed.
It's already happened, man. And I think that's why the federal government started saying, "Hey, you can't carry a firearm into a political meeting." It's inside city halls. Probably most of them, you can carry your firearm inside city hall. But if they're having any kind of meeting on that day that you go in, like say you go in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's a city hall meeting going on, you can't carry into that city hall because of that political meeting, which is a bunch of bullshit. It's just like freaking, the same thing with like school zones. School zones are killing zones because they're supposedly gun free, but because there's only one person with a gun, or maybe one, the guy that wants to go hurt a bunch of people knows that he can go to school and kill a bunch of kids. And that's the worst part about it, is that you should never restrict somebody from being able to protect the children, and that's where March of Our Lives all stemmed from. March of Our Lives came from Parkland. FBI failed, the Broward County sheriffs failed them. Like, there were so many failures that happened. They knew about Nicholas Cruz, and they did nothing to watch him or do anything to help prevent it. And that's where we're at. That's where all this gun laws and bullshit are coming from.
All mass shootings have been in gun-free zones.
Yeah. 90. This, like, most all.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's almost like 90-something% of all mass shootings happen in gun-free zones. It's usually, remember the one in Vegas? You've got a concert going on. You got a guy that's sitting like 30, 40 floors up, and he's looking at a gun-free zone where there's nobody that's going to be able to fire back at him until they get there. It was already too late. Parkland, Columbine. There were so many. You can look at them, and because there is nobody there with a gun to help protect anybody, the murderer, the criminal, was uninterrupted and could do. And that's the worst part of this, is that they look at these isolated incidences and they want to say that all guns are evil. Everybody that has a gun has the potential to do this, and that's not the way it is.
And not only that, but like I said, since they don't have the obligation to protect you, like, I don't know, some people seem to think that police officers are superheroes. And no, you put a gun to my face, I get nervous. Do I get scared? Not so much. I have a pretty calm head, but police officers, they are human. They're just like you and I. You put a gun to one of their faces, for all you know, they might be scared. They might not want to test out their training or how they draw or anything like that. And since they have no obligation to protect you, they're going to do what benefits them, what ensures them to make it home to their family. So they need to fix that, because honestly, the only person who is going to protect their family with all their might is going to be the parent of that child, or a relative or something like that. a police officer being there, they're gonna look and they're gonna be like, okay, well, these aren't my kids, and let's just say 2-3 people come up with guns, they're gonna go hide somewhere until they get back up. They're not gonna go and be like, oh no, I need to run out the front doors and make sure these guys don't get nowhere near these kids. They're gonna do what's best for them.
I want to, and that's what I would tell you right now. Like, same thing in that body cam footage. You know, remember when James Madison went and audited him because he wasn't out there fishing, open carry fishing, and he went and drove around them, and they were talking. Well, in that body cam, that's what the police officer said. One of the officers, I don't know who he was, he's like, well, I don't want to leave you alone if you got to go and deal with those guys with guns. You know, you got to deal with 3 people with guns. And they're like, well, if we need more people, we'll get more people to go deal with those people with guns. It's like, at no point did we do anything threatening. At no point did we even point a gun at anybody. We had done nothing unlawful with our firearms. Like, let's just say there was no open carry in Florida, whether you're fishing, hunting, and camping, right? But I have the Second Amendment to carry, or to the right to bear arms. Am I hurting anybody by openly carrying a firearm if I've done nothing to that person? That's the thing about the law, about the Constitution, that they don't understand. Just because there's a firearm, they think that there's a criminal or something behind it. And that's the part that I can say 100% unequivocally that there's no textbook way that police will respond to somebody with a gun. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's extremely negative. But there's no textbook. I can't say, if you go open carry, this is how it's going to be. I can't do it. Because I've dealt with 15 different interactions or 20 different interactions, and I've never been able to say every one of these was the same way. I couldn't say it. And that's the scary part, is like, I don't know if the police and once again,
So something went wrong with Solo's computer or phone, whatever he's using, I assume, because it disconnected. Rick Thomas, I do not see that link at all. I didn't see it after your message, and I still don't see it now if you reposted it. I don't know why it's not showing up. But yeah, those gun-free zones, that's ridiculous. People need a way to defend themselves, and nobody should be obligated to put their life in someone else's hands. Business is booming over here. Hey, Dennis, you have a good night, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Now, everyone in this chat, give me a quick update on the comment section. Has everyone seen the vest that I am giving away?
once again,
Welcome back, Solo.
That's my internet, man. That's the thing that sucks about fucking bullshit, man. I hate it.
Hey, yo, Solo, when are we going back to Shooter's World? Keith would like to know.
Right now, I am currently working on a giveaway for if you've subscribed to my channel. I'm looking for 2.
Stay. Both of you stay.
I'm looking for 2 subscribers of my channel, and I'm looking for 2 first-time shooters. And we're going to be going there. I'm paying for everything. We're going to be shooting automatic weapons, 50 BMG, and I'm going to be bringing a whole array of firearms. And we're just going to sit there for an hour or 2, and we're going to lay down some lead. That's all.
Hell yeah.
But this is going on July 4th. July.
Hey, Solo,
4th.
I'm going to that, right?
Huh?
I'm going to that, right?
You're not invited.
Oh, great. I know the date. I'll just show up.
Everybody is invited. You can, if you want to show up to Shooters World on July 4th and you want to come out there, just let us know. But I am giving four specific people, 2 first-time shooters and 2 of my subscribers, a free day at the range to shoot 50 BMGs and automatic firearms, whether it be a AR-15, an MP5, or whatever they got, automatic handguns, whatever. That's what's going to happen. But I do want to make it, if we can close down the place and it's nothing but OVT and SoloYaker subscribers, I think Shooters World would take us in with open arms and be like, you know something, shut it down. Let's just friggin' have a freedom day on July 4th.
Hey,
So
Solo.
let's celebrate freedom with letting freedom fly. You know?
Solo, Rick Thomas would like for me to share this video with everyone. So I'm gonna screen share this. I just gotta write it from my phone to the thing.
Hey, calm down, Rick Thomas, man. You need to calm down, bro. Just relax. Goose frabra. Goose frabra.
Yo, that movie with the Bob.
What?
That movie with the Bob.
No, that was friggin' anger management.
No, I know the name of the movie. What I'm saying is, see, since you're older, you didn't realize what I was trying to say there, Solo.
Asshole. I didn't mute my audio for that one, huh? Oops.
Yeah, you must have forgotten.
Autumn's Armory. Dude, Autumn's Armory is, dude, this 7-year-old girl is gonna help keep the Second Amendment alive. Her family and this little girl and everybody that supports her is only gonna make the Second Amendment stay alive for the younger generation. That's why I love her channel. I love her family. I love her. I mean, it's not like that kind of love, but it's like I love what they're doing. Everything about what they're doing for their daughter, I want to do for my daughter. Like, I want my daughter to be able to purchase a rifle at 18. That little girl, she can't even purchase a firearm until she's 21 years old.
Yeah, that way when your sight starts to go, she can protect you, right?
Motherfucker got jokes. You got jokes now, huh?
I got to, bro. It's all love. I swear to God, it's all love.
I got you, bro.
All right, so Solo,
that's your First Amendment right, bro.
I got that. I got that video up here. So do you want to say anything before I put that video up?
Autumn's Armory, subscribe to her channel.
All right. So I'm gonna throw this video on here. It's the title of the video says "Cops on Constitutional Carry." So let's check it out.
Word. Thank you, Rick. I love seeing new videos, man.
Is it, oh, yeah, I gotta hit play. My bad.
What is constitutional carry? Very basic definition, it means that you can carry a firearm, concealed or otherwise, without having to go and obtain a permit. Basically, you walk into a gun store, pass a background check, pay for your firearm, and walk out. Keep it in your pocket, throw it on your hip, keep it in your car, keep it at home, doesn't matter. Now, when I first heard of constitutional carry, I was initially torn. I've been shot at more times than I care to remember. I've been in plenty of situations where someone with a firearm intended to cause my fellow officers or myself harm. With those sort of adrenaline-fueled emotional experiences, it's easy to see why I'd initially be opposed to putting more guns in the hands of the very same people that I had to fight before. After some serious introspection, I realized that my opposition to constitutional carry was not only a knee-jerk reaction fueled purely by emotion, but frankly completely irrational.
Mm-hmm.
You see, as a law enforcement officer, for me to want anything other than constitutional carry is not only complete rejection of the Constitution I swore an oath to protect, but a slap in the face to the citizens that I have a duty to serve.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Simply, what sense does it make for me to want to make it harder for law-abiding citizens to defend themselves? Look, the old adage, when seconds matter, cops are minutes away, is an unfortunate truth, but a truth nonetheless. And law enforcement knows better than anybody that we cannot be everywhere at once. The fact of the matter is that a responsibly armed society is a polite society.
Heard
Not
that.
gonna bore you with statistics there.
That.
On Google will provide hundreds of studies that prove that more guns equal less crime. But even without statistics, there are a few facts that cannot be disputed. 1. Criminals have always gotten their hands on firearms, legally and otherwise, no matter the law. And law enforcement should know this better than anyone. I personally have taken stolen guns off convicted felons who neither had a permit or should have had the gun in the first place, but there we were. 2. Most, if not all, mass murders that have occurred in recent times have taken place in gun-free zones. The killers knew that the victims inside did not have the ability to fight back. Think about it. How many attacks have taken place on police stations? Taking place on U.S. military bases. If you were going to go in and rob someone and you knew that there was a very high probability that they had a gun or they were going to fight back, would you still do it? The fact of the matter is that even low-life criminals understand the concept of self-preservation. That's why they carry guns. Shouldn't you? 3. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of examples of responsibly armed citizens stopping violent crime. Websites like crimeresearch.org, usconcealedcarry.com have pages upon pages of news articles and stories of responsibly armed citizens using their firearms to protect themselves, loved ones, or even strangers. Most recently, and one of the best stories I've read in a long time, is an ex-con turned hero, Thomas Yaxel. Mr. Yaxel used his firearm to stop an assailant from almost killing an Arizona state trooper. Arizona, by the way, is a constitutional carry state. Look, if you take nothing else away from this video, at least take these last 2 points to heart. To my fellow law enforcement, you should never assume that it is our job and our job alone to protect the public. We should always, however, provide them with education and tools necessary to protect themselves. They may be saving us one day. And to everyone else, recognize that first and foremost that you are responsible for your protection and the protection of your loved ones. As always, I ask you to be prepared, stay vigilant, and remember that you are your first line of defense. Here's to hoping that one day we see a well-armed, well-trained, responsible, and polite society.
Like that.
Make my job a little bit easier.
Hey, excellent video, Rick.
Hell yeah. Hey, Rick, you are the man for
That was
putting me on that video. I'm actually gonna download that. I might repost it on my channel.
That and to be honest, it's coming from, and that's the same principle with the Greg Anderson. That cop, he had a different mindset, and something changed where somebody either protected him in a need or whatever, or he saw something happen, and something changed in his mindset, saying not everybody with a gun is a bad person. 90%, 95% of most Americans with a gun are law abiding, or they follow the laws that were given, that may, whether they're constitutionally protected or not. I don't agree with all the laws, but something happened to him where he saw, like, something. I have to depend on Joe Blow over here because, something, if I can't defend myself and I'm in a rough spot, if I give Joe Blow the respect and he's like, yeah, I'm going to help him. Most people are going to help an officer because nobody wants to see anybody get hurt by a criminal, and so like that video is just like it hits really down to earth.
Yeah, I like that video. That was very well put, and it's true, you know. And it's like, if you really think about it, why do cops not like an armed public? At least the ones who don't like an armed public, because they're scared. So how is a person who's scared of an armed public gonna defend you from an armed criminal?
Yeah. Jeffrey Mayer, talk to him, bro. Point that would be a clear-cut case of that. Is that he was so scared, and you didn't even have an openly carried firearm. You just had a vest on, and he was fucking scared. And that's the scary part, is that he was so scared of your vest, and then you let him know that, hey, guess what, man? I'm doing everything that I don't even have to tell you I have a gun, but I'm letting you know, hey, look, man, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm informing you about everything. And he still found a way to violate your rights and still friggin' make you get on.
Yeah, but he didn't draw that gun because he was scared. He drew that gun out of anger. That was a complete emotional draw. Because if he was scared, he wouldn't have approached me the way he did. And like, a lot of people made comments on my video, and I screenshotted a lot of those comments because I wanted to save them. What's that? Oh yeah.
That's insane, everybody. 202,000 views in 12 hours.
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't know who shared this and where it got shared to. I'm gonna pull up another good auditor.
If you turn down the brightness on your screen, it'll show up better when you put it to the camera.
Whatever, bro. Dick.
I'm trying to help you out.
Fuck you. Okay.
State Farm is announcing the Good Neighbor Relief Program.
All right. This is another great auditor. His name is James Madison. You see that? James Madison audits, same video, 11 hours old, 5.3 thousand views. I'm at 202,000 views. You see what the difference between an hour can do about a viral video? And I don't know what happened, why mine's going 202K compared to his 5.
Because you're SoloYaker.
But dude, like, I don't know why this video is going so viral on my channel and not so viral on others. Like, even high impact vlogs, his isn't that high. Like, mine's like.
Hey, but Solo, your channel, it tends to grab attraction real fast. Like, when you put my Jeff Mayer's video out there, you skyrocketed.
Same thing. It blew up. And I think it has something to do with Second Amendment and maybe my outlook on law enforcement. Like, I'm a little, like, as young as you are, youngin', I'm a little naive to law enforcement. You know, like, I've always had that, like, between my military family, I've always had that. My parents have always tried to say, hey, respect law enforcement, you know, whatever. And I've always had that respect, and up until the last few years, all that's changed. You know, like, they have a job to do, and their job is to enforce law, not rope people off for victimless crimes. And that's what I've realized over the last couple of years.
Yeah, the worst part, I just don't like how, one, he drew a gun on me, and two, how he was like, you need to be tracked, this, that. Because ever since he said that, I've been more alert of my surroundings. Because that's not something, you know, to take and just brush off your shoulder. Like, it's okay, I'm gonna be tracked by the police. No, that's not cool. And where I live, like, they're everywhere now. Like late night. I don't know if they do it to mess with me, or maybe it's just because he said I was being tracked. It makes me feel uneasy. But driving down my street, sirens blasting at 3 in the morning. It's like, are you serious? And it's, you know, if I'm not mistaken, even when they're on a call, they can't go a certain limit over the speed, and these guys are flying by my house doing like 100 and something miles an hour.
Welcome to the club.
I blame you, Solo.
Dude, we're Martin County. Like, dude, they called me out by name today. Today, they called me out by SoloYaker. Oh, hey, it's SoloYaker.
They know you, bro.
I was legitimately at least 100 feet, if not 150 feet away from them, and they recognized me from 150 feet. Like, my town, where I live, the neighboring towns, they all know who I am. Miami Beach, they put out a bolo on me. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is watching my channel. FDLE. They watch my channel because
I think Jeff Mayers watches my channel.
He's like, OVT.
Hey, have you ever seen the comments on my channel from some guy named Law Dog? Bro, that man be trying to bash into all my videos. Every single video I put out, he's on the comments.
If he's on every one of your fucking videos and he's always like that, block him. Block him.
The only reason I haven't blocked him yet is because I'll tell you right now, all my viewers, they rip a hole in them. They rip a hole in them.
I do the same thing. Like, when I get, like, I can't, like, I see a lot of some of the same names, some of the same commenters, and like a lot of them are the positive ones, but I get those negative ones. And when I see a repetitiveness in the, like, I post a video and within the first 15-20 minutes of me posting, there's that same person saying something negative, I block them, because those are the people that are reporting your videos. Like this video right here, for anybody that doesn't like you or likes me or whatever, they've already hit that report button and it'll go demonetized real quick. And then if you challenge it and then YouTube watches it and they're like, why is this being demonetized? Why is this being reported? They did nothing wrong. You know, that's, if you see a repetitiveness in one person, in just one, like if you see it from one person and then he says something 5 videos later or something, yeah, let him go. You know, I have pretty much negative, positive, I don't care. But if I see a repetitiveness of negative on every video I put out and then I see it go demonetized, I know that it's that person and I block them. And lately my video has been good. Ever since I blocked like 3 people, but
Hey, YouTube watcher, you seen the vest that I'm giving away, correct?
yeah, your vest. Then you should just gave that to me and we should watch it after that, man. I could go with that. I just got to get some more magazines for it.
Yeah, you need 8 magazines for AR, 7 magazines for pistol, plus the one that's going to be in your pistol in this holster.
What kind of holster is that? Is that just a strap or is that a level, any kind of level on it? Any buttons or nothing?
No buttons, just
strap.
Yeah, just a strap.
Yeah, that's all.
But it's nice. I put my 1911 and it fit beautifully.
Yeah, I'm not bitching. I was just curious if it had any kind of retention or anything like that. Usually, if it's just a strap, it's kind of like the nylon or whatever it's made out of. I'm sure it holds it snugly, but it's not like Kydex or nothing, right?
You know what we need to do, Solo?
No.
We need to make a custom patch with both of our channels on here and then give the vest away to someone. I got about 2,000 more subscribers before I give this away. I think that'll give me enough time to get a patch custom made.
If you would have mirrored my video, you might be at 10,000 by now.
The one with the cop. It's all right.
I'm not even joking, man. Like, I don't know what happened, and I don't know why this video is taken off on my channel compared to others. But it's crazy. Crazy.
Well, yeah, well, since everyone's seen the vest, I'm going to wrap this up for us. We've been on here for like 2.5 hours. I'm sure Solo got some things to do. I gotta go shower up. I was working on the car, so I gotta definitely clean up. Hey, what up, Gio? But yeah, guys, I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Make sure that you share the video, not just this video, any of the videos I have. Let's get up to that 8K subscribers. The TAC vest is going to one of my lucky viewers. And I want to give this away. I want to see who wins this. But Solo, you got anything to say before we wrap up?
Don't forget hit that like, share, and that subscribe button, all that good stuff. And I've got an open carry that I'm doing tomorrow, but I've got like 4 other videos I'm working on after I get off of this, so that I can give you the content that you want. I've got a tyrannical pig cop that doesn't even know the oath that she took. If that's going to be a good video,
And that vid's coming out tomorrow.
Later on. I still have some editing to do on it, but if you want to see a pig cop not even know the oath that she took, hit number 1 and make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Hit that like button on this video right now, because we're not getting off here until you hit 1 and you hit that like button.
Hey, and just so you guys know, for anyone who heard what we were saying earlier with our trip to PA, all the ways to donate to the channel or to the trip to PA are all linked in the description below. I wrote the links out completely. All you got to do is click. Very simple, and that way we can get this content out there. It's gonna be real good.
6 states other than Florida, and they're open carry states where I don't have to carry a fishing pole. Finally, freedom, kinda, until the pigs show up.
Yeah, for real, for real. But yeah. By the way, guys, once I get to that 8,000 subscribers, I'm gonna post an email on one of my videos. It's gonna be a random video. I'm gonna throw that email in there, kind of like Solo does his secret word. Screen will go gray. You'll see the email pop up. When you see that email, send a message to that email saying OVT vest giveaway, and I'll give it 48 hours from when I release that video with the email on it. And after 48 hours, I'm gonna close it out, take all the names that I have on there, randomly pick one of those emails, and that's gonna be the viewer that I contact to give the vest to.
Yeah, you can just tell people to send you an email with your name on it about the vest, put them in a randomizer, and do a live stream so that they can see you do it in a randomizer. That's all I ever do. They love that shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put it in a randomizer.
That's all you gotta do. They love it. Oh yeah, don't forget we got the
Streamlight
800 lumens. Gary Pixley, thank you. 800 lumens. This is about a retail. It's about $140 light. $140 light is going up for grabs tomorrow. You gotta watch my videos. There's videos with a bunch of secret words in the videos. Find those secret words, send it to the email. you'll get into this giveaway tomorrow. But I'm cutting it off at a certain point. After I'm probably done open carrying tomorrow, I cut it off, and then I'll go live tomorrow around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and give it away.
All right, guys. Make sure y'all get these giveaways going, man. Win some prizes here, all right?
It's free. Free. All you got to do is hit that like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Well, Solo, you have a good night, man.
Deuces.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Good night, everybody.